Parshas B'Shalach in Perek Yudalad Posik Tasvav. Torah says, "Vayomer Hashem Moshe Matitzak Eloi Daver B'nei Yisrael v'Yisrael." So very, very peculiar that a Jew is ever told don't daven. Rashi says Moshe was standing and davening, and Jews daven a lot. We're always davening, and all of a sudden in an ace tzara where Jews have a predicament, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu comes to Moshe Rabbeinu and says, "Now don't daven. Tell the Jewish people to move." So one of the ideas here is that, first of all, where do we find that Moshe Rabbeinu was davening at all? It doesn't say it in the Pasuk, it only says in Rashi that we see that Moshe Rabbeinu was davening. So there are Mefarshim that say that Sa'aka is something that's in the heart, and that a person doesn't have to be davening and moving. That certainly doesn't mean making loud noises. The short cover Rebbe, the Rebbe of Reb Meir Shapiro, Daf Yomi Reb Meir Shapiro, his Rebbe was a short cover Rebbe. And the story is told about a Karliner Chassid who was traveling on business, and he got to the town of Charkov. Now, the Karliners have a minhag that when they daven, they yell. And this Karliner Chassid came into the Rebbe, to the short cover Rebbe. He said, "Listen, I'm here in town on business, and I'm going to be davening in your shtibel on Shabbos. Is it okay if I yell during davening?" So the short cover Rebbe was a very sharp man. He said, "No, you may not yell during davening. Yelling is not davening, and therefore you're going to have to behave. Otherwise, you have to find another place to daven." Okay, the Karliner Chassid comes to the little shtibel. Lel Shabbos, he's on his best behavior. He's sitting on his hands, and he just davens like everybody else. Shabbos morning, he comes to the davening, and again, he's behaving himself. He's davening softly. Once he gets to Nishmas Kol Chai, and he starts saying Nishmas, he goes, Nishmas Kol Chai, Tevarach Hashem Chai. He's very embarrassed. Rabbi Nishol turns around to look at him. After davening, he comes to the short cover Rebbe. He says, "Rebbe, please forgive me. Please forgive me." And he told me, short cover Rebbe says, "Perfectly okay." Dovid Kaplan uses 10 lashonos of tefillah, and one of those lashonos is tza'aka. A tza'aka is very beautiful davening. He says, "Rebbe, I don't understand. I asked you if I could yell, and you said no. Now you yelled, and you're telling me that tza'aka is fine." The short cover Rebbe said, "My son, when a Jew comes to me 3 days before Shabbos, and he says, by the way, in 3 days I plan on yelling, that's not tefillah. That's yelling. When a Jew spontaneously has hishtapchus halev, because of his dveikus to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and a yell emanates, that's tza'aka, that's davening." Here, Moshe Rabbeinu, it says matitzak, even though it wasn't literally yelling, because it's coming from the heart. And in his heart, he's yelling out. The HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, "V'yi so." Why does the HaKadosh Baruch Hu say "V'yi so"? Why is it that now they have to go? The answer is that Klal Yisrael are looking for a nes l'mala min hateva. Splitting the sea is always held up as the classic example, and one wants to cite an example of a nes l'mala min hateva. Klal Yisrael are in need of a nes l'mala min hateva. So what does HaKadosh Baruch Hu tell Moshe Rabbeinu to do? To stand and daven, it's always good. But right now they have to earn the nes l'mala min hateva by behaving in a way, physically, through action, in a way which is l'mala min hateva. And it is l'mala min hateva for any Jew, any human being, to simply march into a raging sea. Person, raging sea might not be accurate, derech agav, because the Yam Suf is a calm sea, but a person has to know that when we want a response l'mala min hateva, so then we have to act in a way which is l'mala min hateva. For Klal Yisrael to walk into the Yam Suf, that's a demonstration of action l'mala min hateva. Then HaKadosh Baruch Hu says to Moshe Rabbeinu, says the sea splits, and the Bnei Yisrael, vayavo Bnei Yisrael b'soch hayam ba'yabasha, v'hamayim haya lahem l'choma miminam v'hamayim lahem choma miminam u'mismal. The water forms a wall to the right and the left. And the Musar Haskell there is, the person has to know, sometimes in life, the very thing that we see is a tzara. They saw the sea. This is the yam that's going to destroy them. The yam, if we go in, they're going to drown. Yet that very yam becomes v'hamayim lahem choma miminam u'mismalam. That becomes a protection. This is a theme that follows constantly in the Torah. They went to Mitzrayim. Mitzrayim tried to kill them. That's the place where the Jews had the greatest population growth. Klal Yisrael, Paro was trying to destroy the Redeemer of Klal Yisrael, straight from Paro comes the savior of Moshe Rabbeinu. That's a life lesson for us, that often in life what we see as a tzara, at the moment, that may very well turn into the thing which brings about our Yeshua.